Okay, we are at 928 Wakefield. Fun fact, we tried to get this house to flip last summer. So I'm super curious to see how the inside turned out. That was all patio doors before. Actually, yeah, if I remember correctly. I may even have this video of us taking a look at it before. So, roof didn't look bad. I'm sure Jeff's gonna give me a full rundown. He went around the back. I'm gonna go ahead and go in. We do have this giant dead tree right here, which, you know, honestly, you could just, it would be a second to cut that down. Why didn't they cut it down? Literally, just push it over. Why didn't they cut that tree down? I'm like, it's done. All right. Yeah. Oh man, it's freezing in here. AC is kicking. Got recessed lights. Our little upstairs area right here. We're gonna give that a second, and then let's take a look. Dining area. I love the floors. Backyard, they did a fully fenced yard. Yeah, nice, awesome. This turned out really nice so far. Washing, washer dryer. You got a stackable one going on in here. New plumbing, new everything. We like that. No flood drains. Everything's new. We like that. Shiny, new. We like that. And so far, I'm not seeing any weird crap and shit. Nothing janky looking so far. All right, and then you got your refrigerator going right there. And then yeah, here's a patio door to go out. This is exactly what we were gonna do with it. And then another bedroom right here. So this has its own climate in here too, which is awesome. Let me turn this on. Obviously this was a converted garage, but I want to say when we were looking at it, the garage doors were not there, and it was like some sort of like double door, like French doors or something. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, at least you have your own climate in here. That's great. Probably because they didn't want to try and run the ductwork all the way over here from the house, which is fine. That's good. Hey, Jeff. What you looking at, Jeff? Dining room, living room. Yeah, and that would have been, we were going to open this up right here, so they used it for a utility room instead. Brand new water heater, brand new HVAC. So if Jeff tells me good things, I'm going to encourage you on this house because everything is brand new. And all that overhead cost expense you were talking about worrying about, that I was also talking about worrying about, no longer a concern. All right, nice walk-in shower. So, toilet is stiff and non-moving. We don't have a mirror here yet. And then look at this. Bam. Walk-in shower, grab bars, totally surround. Everything's new. If we get a good report on Jeff, I'm gonna be very happy with this. This isn't a giant room though. This one is like maybe a 10 by 10. It does have a bathroom. You could always use it for a study. It'd be a good kid's room. But it would fit a decent bed here. You could probably put a queen here and maybe one, what am I trying to say? A queen and maybe one nightstand, or a single and a nightstand and a dresser. But I don't see oh sorry babe, a closet here. So this would be your closet. I'd put a door right here and turn this into a closet. But I think that might just be a study too, because you got the bedroom upstairs as well. And guess what? It's not flaming hot up here. That's awesome. We like that. Walking into another walk-in shower. So you got 3 full baths. Looks like we're missing the top off this. Oh, here it is. Again, we don't have the mirrors in yet. And this is here, just gonna be placed on there. It looks like someone is still installing it. Yeah. So no big deal. This is cute. I hope Jeff says good things because so far I'm really excited about this house. You got a church behind you. It's gonna be quiet there most of the time. The door right here swings out and you come into here. Yay, finally a good house. Golly. I feel like we were really going through it there for a minute. Yeah, so they have to do this we get odd houses sometimes and the doors have to be adjusted. So they just cut the bottom off and that's why it looks like that. But here, you're in. Let's take a look. Okay, we've got some insulation. I don't know what kind of insulation that is. I'm gonna have Jeff take a look, but it just looks like they've left the debris up here. They probably put all this stuff in. There's a new ductwork right there, put it in and just left the garbage. So I don't know if someone forgot it or if they just were intentional, but my guess is it was probably forgotten. Let's take a look and see what this side looks like. This thing is kicking though. It's freezing up here. Oh my God, you can do it. Maybe, all right, maybe I have to get Jeff to do that. Oh, maybe not, I got it, okay. Yeah, so this side's not too bad. Again, there's the old ductwork they took out and they just left it in here, which is fine. And then there's the ductwork. We're gonna let Jeff take a look. Look, that's some records. All right, so far, I'm much happier with this house. All right, it's not perfect. Use a little paint touch up right there. It looks like someone's just walking by, touching it, or it could be rubbing on the door. Nope, not rubbing on the door. And my guess is that it just didn't get painted. It got caulked, and they needed to retouch it. So, but that's all right. Okay, and then this room is not super giant. It's about a 10 by 10 as well. So it's a 4-bedroom. Yep, 2 small rooms, 2 decent sized rooms, 3 bathrooms. Funky little closet. I would use this for a gaming room. I probably shouldn't have pushed so hard on that. And then they did cut the bottom of the door because they didn't have a custom fit door for that. And again, here we are with the attic. They didn't sweep it around up here. All the ductwork is brand new. It looks like we might just be missing a little bit of insulation here. I want to get Jeff's take on it and see what he says. All right, other than that, I actually really do like this house. Let's see what he says. Neighbors are good. Hey, sweetie, how do you feel about this house so far?
Yeah, it's all right.
I like it. I do want you...
I see like 2 issues with the outside, that's about it.
Like what?
Where the garage used to be, where they enclosed. I'd have to show you the front wall at the bottom is kind of kicked out.
Okay.
About 2 inches where water's been getting behind there.
Okay.
And then
can it be fixed?
Well, yeah, and I see a spot of termite damage on the backside.
Okay.
So
Let's
that's
go
all
look
I can see. I don't know what's behind the walls.
So when you can, look in these real quick and tell me what you think. There's just a bunch of debris in there and over here too, but the AC is kicking up here. There's some records over here.
Yeah, with the newer AC unit, or new AC unit.
Everything's new.
Or 2022 inside unit. The outside unit looks newer than that. It looks like some old moisture right there.
New roof.
Yeah, they replaced some of the planking. I mean, don't look bad. The insulation's backwards.
Yeah. Does it even go there?
Well, yeah, you can put it here, but it's still supposed to be turned around.
Okay, so we need some insulation.
Yeah,
we can ask for
that's
that.
Be all the insulation there is, and it's already, it's done.
Yeah, I was looking at it, I was like, this debris is garbage. I was like, it's insulation. I was like, I really want to see what Jeff says. But other than that, the insulation is like the only thing that I've seen. And then what your report, I'm actually kind of excited about the house. This is one that we wanted to flip. I think I told you.
I love the old wood. You see the bark from where they cut the wood? This is old bark from whenever they cut the wood down.
How's the wood?
Good.
Strong?
I mean, yeah, it's good. I mean, And the spot outside, it could just be that one little outside spot that has termite damage. There's just no way to see behind the walls. But I mean, so far, I'm not seeing any up here, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look, this wood. I wouldn't be surprised if they cut this crap down locally.
Yeah, probably.
Because look, that's the bark and stuff on there.
Yeah.
So fascinating.
Did you see the records?
Uh-huh.
What records are they?
The Wallers family. The famous Wallers family. And we got the Angelic Choir.
Oh, it's church stuff.
Mm-hmm. What was I looking at? You got some old moisture damage over here. Where all the plumbing vents are.
Yeah, when we originally looked at this place, it needed everything. So I don't know how old the roof is, but
Because I would want to pull all this old insulation stuff down.
yeah.
Just to look behind it, see what the sheathing looks like.
All right.
But yeah, that's all old moisture damage. I mean, I actually saw flashing around the dormers, which is good.
Yeah.
At first house didn't have any of that. I'm like, what are y'all doing? All right.
Everything looks like it's been done.
Yeah. I mean, don't look bad.
No.
I mean, it might just be that little spot on the outside that has a little bit of termite damage, and there's just no way to tell. But so far, I'm not seeing any up here, which is good.
Yeah.
So,
There's
and I'll
another.
show you the spot. You can only really see it from the front.
There's another one of these.
Yeah.
I can't believe how cool it is up here.
Yeah, it just drives me crazy when they don't clean out all the trash.
Yeah.
Like, clean it out. Get this old sheetrock debris up.
We can ask for that.
Yeah, I would ask for all this to be cleaned out before inspection, just so you can see, you know.
Yep.
All that does is hinder the view. Yeah, but so far I don't see any damage, because that termite damage I did see was like right in this area
Yeah.
down below.
Would you not see anything like that?
No. I love the old wood. So much stronger than the stuff they build houses with
I was
today.
actually talking to him about that not too long ago. It's just better.
Oh yeah. I don't know what the deal is.
Older trees.
They were just so much better wood.
Well, now they grow trees and harvest them, so they don't get
Yeah.
quite the life expectancy. And apparently, when the older the tree, the harder the wood.
Poplar wood. So this should be the old gas line. Yeah. I ain't drinking already. Which they probably replaced all their drinking lines, but yeah, there's PEX right there.
The yard is huge. Big old mango tree.
Clean out the attic. There you go.
Yeah, they just left a bunch of debris. I feel like it's Miguel.
Leave it up here. It's like, but it's got the old plank roofing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a piece of where bark was. See that one piece of wood?
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Got old wire.
Watch your eyes. I'm gonna encourage him to come see this.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, I like it.
Pretty cool.
We could use a handrail.
Yeah, it doesn't have that.
The VA appraiser will definitely
Oh,
need to
yeah.
get one of those. And the last house coming down, I felt like I was gonna hit my head the whole way down. And this is so open. I like this house. We were gonna actually like open it up right here, and they just did the layout a little different than I would have done
Yeah,
it.
I'll show you what I'm talking about. You can kind of see it right here. So looking back there, you see how the floor slanted right there?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
So what is this right here? Is it on crawl or slab? This part
This
right
is
here.
a slab.
All right. So,
I believe it's all on a slab.
well, this was all a garage at one point.
Yeah, I know. But I'll
All
show
right.
you what's needed.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a landing right here. But here's the spot of the termite damage you saw right here in the corner. You see?
Mm-hmm.
And it could just be the casing. There's just no way to see behind the wall. Because this is brick veneer. It's not solid brick house. And then other than that, there's not. You got a few lintel cracks. Nothing bad though.
So Nana could treat that and cover it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not active. There's nothing in it anymore.
Right. So not active, nothing in it anymore, but that one plank. And that's blocked down there.
Yeah, it's all on slab.
Nice.
They've got a pretty good paint on. Here's treatment holes right here.
Yep.
They've had it treated. It is missing gutters around half the house. There's a little crack right here before
Alright.
they put the newer windows in.
Yep. Tuck point maintenance on that?
Yeah, well, they put new concrete down under this side of the house too.
Okay.
And I would want to see behind the gutters because see all the leaves coming
Yeah,
down?
collected. Looks like
Yeah,
they
it looks
need
like
gutter
it can get
guards.
tucked in under all the way. I needed a ladder to get up there and look. But go right here.
Okay.
You see the front wall?
Yeah.
So water has been going behind it. I mean, you see right there and kind of right here, where it's just kind of, it's not there anymore. That's why that floor is leaning in that little hallway thing.
How could you correct that?
I would rip this out and then put blocks under it. That's, I mean, you know, that's the only thing I could think of
Yeah.
to do.
There's a
Because
hole in the
either
siding
way-
right there.
You're gonna want the weather to quit going behind there.
Yeah, it needs to be sealed off.
Yeah.
But as soon as it's sealed off, how do you feel about it? How do you feel about the house?
Yeah, I think it's great other than that.
So if we could get that fixed, get the upstairs cleaned up.
I
Get
didn't see
that-
flashing at first, and then I came to the front side. You can see what
You saw that they did it right.
So they got step flashing behind it. It's just missing the gutter.
How old do you think the roof is? It looks pretty new.
Yeah, it's been replaced recently.
Okay, so that's
Yeah, it's a newer roof.
all right. So any of the leaks that you saw upstairs are answered now by the new roof. The termite damage is dormant. There's no active bugs. It needs to be.
This needs to be fixed. It just needs to be, you know.
What's wrong with it?
I'm gonna come over here and look.
Okay.
You shouldn't see the roof sheathing.
Yeah, they're missing what, drip edge, or how could they fix that?
They just need to cut this back and then pull the shingles down. You know,
Okay.
have it like this, and you'd be good.
And then reattach a gutter.
Yeah, maybe put a drip edge or something. Because you can see the roof sheathing all the way around. The fascia should go all the way up and cover it.
Yeah.
Like right here.
Yep.
Other than that, it's not big stuff. Especially if they got a contractor already working on it, it'd be easy for him to take
Yeah.
care of. Yeah, this is the biggest lintel crack I've seen.
All right. So explain what a lintel crack is.
So lintel is this piece of metal that runs from like right here to right here. And they use a different type of metal these days, but the original lintels, and what it does is supports the window. But if you don't keep it painted, it'll rust, and when it rusts, the rust expands and it creates these cracks going off the corners of windows.
So how do we? When is it a concern?
Well, this I would fix this. I would tuck point this because it's about at a 1/4 inch now.
So it needs to be cement caulked, basically. That's tuck
Yeah.
point maintenance.
And but this is the only one that's bad like that. The rest of them are real thin.
And then now that the window's been fixed and the lintel has been changed.
Yeah, it's the lintel's fixed now. It's just fixing the crack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this room has its own.
Oh, here's another. But this isn't from a lintel.
It needs to tuck point maintenance.
Yeah. It's not bad. Just regular step cracking.
Yeah.
Coming down.
This would be. I feel like this would be a good house.
And all that could have happened from when it was a garage. Somebody might have bumped it with a car or something. At
Yeah.
one point,
Like if they could get those items fixed and we could ask for it in the offer,
But
this would be a great house.
It's got new rubber boots and the plumbing vents.
Yeah, and they're painted black.
Yeah. So I mean,
That's the plumbing vent. New water heater, new HVAC, new windows, new roof. Strong water flow. Would you buy this house?
yeah. I don't think there's nothing bad with it.
No, I don't either. Clay, what's that coming from?
That's the old drainage pipe.
Okay,
It needs to be sealed off, but that's the old drainage pipe.
all right.
I can promise you they're not using it.
Yeah, no, I gotta agree. Do you remember which door we went out? Did we lock the patio?
Back one.
I like this house.
The tree.
The tree,
I would
though.
definitely leave it and plant flowers in it.
You would leave it?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was gonna say, I don't understand why they didn't just zip that down really quick.
Yeah. Look, see, it's still alive. Look, it's growing. That's why you leave it. Look, it's alive and good.
We got one thing growing
Alive
there.
and good.
That's a solid tree.
Solid tree. Not growing anywhere.
They did everything else, and that's where they stop, is the tree. Neighborhood's great.
Yeah.
Neighbors taking care of their yard. Look at that. This is probably one of the best neighborhoods we've walked into yet. There's so much space between the houses. I like this house a lot.
Here's the new plumbing clean out over here.
Yep.
Because you have to have when you redo plumbing, you have to have a clean out within 10 feet of the foundation, whether or not it's in a crawl space or on the outside. But somebody has hit it with a cap, and you can see straight down the plumbing right now, which is a lot bigger deal than people realize because leaves get in there.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
Creates huge issues.
Yeah, they want to put a cap on that.
Yeah.
All right, so cap,
People don't realize those caps go both ways.
cap,
You can
concrete
have-
right here. The strip in the back needs to be
Oh, that's
treated
a
and covered.
really big yard.
Yeah, super
You
big
could
yard.
Put a whole garage over here.
Put a pool back there.
Yeah.
And then gutters.
Yeah. Which I mean, gutters aren't a necessity, but when you
And that little
have it
piece
like
on there
this,
too.
you need 'em.
We do want to get that fixed too. We could ask for that in the contract if you like this house. If you don't, we can come back and look at this. But
Yeah, it's a pretty new roof.
they did a good job on this. Like we were gonna do the layout just a little bit different, but it turned out really well.
Yeah, I still see the plastic strips from when they were putting the new shingles in.
Yeah, it's a new roof. All right, I'm gonna go lock this house up real quick. Oh my God, it's freezing in here. Yeah. My flashlight is screwing things up here. Yeah, I know. They're really beautiful. I wish we could have seen ours.
So, this house did have, at one point, it had a chimney. You can see where they took the chimney out.
Mm-hmm.
But it's normal. You see in the middle, kind of close
Yeah.
to the right dormer, where it dips down a little bit.
There was a chimney, and they took the chimney out right there.
Because all the other houses have them in the exact same places.
Mm-hmm. If I remember correctly, there was it wasn't a boiler. It was one of those gas things in there.
Mm.
Like the big gas heater.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
Real well on yourself? Real well on yourself?
Yeah, y'all looking at that?
Yes, ma'am. I'm the real estate agent. We're doing a video for a client.
Yeah, you know, Bishop Norma's daughter, Pamela, I think she's trying to get it too. I don't know, were you out here yesterday?
No, ma'am. We came out here actually when it was a dumpster fire and tried to get it to flip it. And then someone else, I noticed it. One of my clients wanted to see it. And I was like, that's the Wakefield house. We tried to get that house. It was a great house.
Yeah.
That's a really red cardinal. Yeah, it's a beautiful neighborhood. Like, I love the neighborhood.
It's old though. Mm-hmm.
That's all right, though. That's people usually taking care of their houses.
Out here, they were my godparents. I've been out here for like, I guess maybe almost 40 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it is, but I'm gonna give it to have work done to mine too, because down through the years is a lot of little stuff you got to have done.
Mm-hmm.
But they did an excellent job to that house.
Have you been inside?
No, I haven't been in it. Pamela, she showed me pictures of it yesterday when she came. I'm gonna try to get my house similar to this, but I'm gonna have the rails and have it painted a different color.
Mm-hmm.